With my team of 5 characters, I have reached max level and set out to take on the most difficult challenges a 5-player team can face. Welcome to Multiboxing Classic. I have a lot of nostalgia for Upper Blackrock Spire after my struggle with General Drakkasath. Since achieving my 5-man kill, I haven't been back here much. Today, I'm here to fight a boss even more dangerous. That's right, General Drakkasath has been usurped. He's no longer the hardest dungeon boss in the game. That title now belongs to Lord Valthelek, a new boss that came out with Phase 5 and the final trial in the Dungeon Set 2 questline. I have a full group of 10 with me this time. I'm taking no chances with this guy. We fought our way past Rend, and after killing the beast, we have room for the encounter to come. The rogue in our group has worked his way through the long quest chain and has the ability to summon Valthelek. This fight has quite a few mechanics. He spawns with 111,000 health and 2,800 mana. From 100% health to 40% health, he summons specters. These adds channel an ability on a random target, stunning them. If the long channel finishes, the target will instantly die, regardless of health. Now in this stage, he can also cast a chain lightning that hits pretty hard if enough targets are close to him. Plus it heals him. You can simply keep the melee DPS out or drain his small mana pool. Once he reaches 40%, he will empower his weapon, causing him to hit harder and add a large shadow damage effect to his attacks. The specters are gone now, so it simplifies the fight. Just more damage on the tank. Then, at 15%, the real fight begins. Shadow Bolt volleys. This is the kill or be killed phase. Burn the boss down before the damage overwhelms the group. Also seems that he has a heal in that last phase. I noticed we had him at 11% and he popped back up to 20. We were close. I think we can get it. Second attempt. Drain the boss's mana at the start of the fight and kill the spectral assassins. Barney can't help but pull threat with his geared out warrior. Okay, phase 2, he's really chopping hard now. Time to burst through the last phase. Hey, we got it! Fun fight actually, more mechanics than most of Molten Core's bosses. Let's see what dropped. 2 great items, the Band of Wizardry and the Aegis of the Legion. My shaman got the shield. You know this is actually the only spell damage shield in all of vanilla WoW. Every other caster shield in the game is a healer shield. Of course, since we got this far, we had to finish out the dungeon with a good old-fashioned Drakkasath kill. Hot soup for the soul. Just brought my priest in for the last boss of MC, Ragnaros the Firelord. And oh boy, tier 2 pants. One more piece and I'll have the 3-set bonus. The tier 2 set is so great for my situation. If only I could get all the pieces, I would love that 8-set bonus. Another Prince Thunderhand kill. Our guild just got our second Thunder Fury. No, we actually gave this one to an undead. Let's get back to the challenge at hand. Killing High Priest Venoxus. Last episode, I was able to get Venoxus all the way down to 8% health. And I know that seems low, but that's still 17,000 health the boss had. When all my casters are out of mana, 17,000 is a lot of damage to deal. I was using Dark and Demonic runes on my Shaman and Priest, and now I need some more. I'm doing Dire Maul East runs to restock on Demonic runes. Just normal jump runs for a mix of Demonic runes and gold farming. I do, after all, need money to restock on consumables. All those major mana potions aren't cheap. I found a new guild that's trying to form a raid team, starting with 20-man raids. I think this might be a regular thing for me to do a 20-man raid with them once a week. It's nice to have consistency and to not have to pug raids, so I'm pretty glad I found them. We did a ZG run, went pretty well. I only got a couple pieces of loot, bag of whammies for my warlock and the blue cloak for my mage, both nice pieces. I've done enough ZG runs on my team that I really only need the good drops from ZG now. You know, the stuff everyone wants. Might take a bit of time to get those pieces. I'm not too worried about it as AQ20 will be out soon and some of this ZG gear will be outmatched by the items in there. Speaking of AQ, it's just around the corner on the Bigglesworth server, gate opening event tomorrow. I realized my warrior is missing one thing, dagger weapon skill. Melee DPS use special weapons on the boss Visitus as he needs to be hit with frost spells. I happen to have 1 out of 300 skill with daggers. Lucky for me, I know a trick to training weapon skill. I think I've talked about this before, but if you kill the king but don't talk to Mizzle the Crafty, you can attack these ogre spirits for as long as you like. Great way to train weapon skill AFK. Okay, the gate opening event just started this morning and I'm turning in these Hive Colossus quests for sweet loot bags. Everyone's standing on the quest givers. Wonder how many I could kill with AoE. Five honorable kills, not bad. That was fun. Man, it is a total lag fest here. I have to make an apology to you, the viewer. I started streaming in 720p to make my stream accessible to more people. What I didn't realize is it made some things on screen appear blurry in my recordings. Mostly just text like on my party frames, but this is annoying to me and maybe to you as well. I didn't realize this for about a week, so the middle chunk of this episode may seem a little low quality in the video department. I hope it doesn't ruin the experience for you. Okay, finished turning in all the quests for the loot bags across my 6 characters. I got some blue items, some greens I disenchanted, and a ton of mana and healing potions. Very nice. If you don't know, the 10-hour war starts just before the opening of the gates. On Bigglesworth, the 10 hours started Monday morning just after midnight. I took the day off work and played for hours, getting Brood of Nozdormu rep and trying to get some nice item drops. For a while I was in raid groups in Silithus, competing with other raid groups over mob tags. Eventually I ended up in southern Teneris, and it worked out pretty nice here. At around 6 AM I decided to call it quits and get some sleep. I got some decent reputation and was able to participate in a historic World of Warcraft event. Well worth the lost sleep. Well, look who it is. Leecherboy snuck into one of my guild's BWL runs. You know I'm after that tier 2 set bonus. Let's see if I can get one more piece to complete it. I'm pretty sure all our main priests have the full set already. Oh nice, the bracers dropped. Ah, never mind. One of our main healers actually needs these. I won't take them from him. Hell yeah, Flamegore dropped the tier 2 priest gloves. Now my priest has a 3 set bonus from the tier 2 gear, giving him an extra 15% mana regeneration while casting. His mana should last longer on Venoxus now. No other priest gear dropped from the rest of the bosses, but I'm very happy to have my 3 set now. I've been doing even more Dire Maul East runs for Demonic Runes, killing all the satyrs in the whole instance now. I've been going to some seldom visited parts of this dungeon to find all these satyr packs. And I found something new, at least to me. There's an instance portal deep within the dungeon. I went through it, and it took me out to Feralis. That's expected. But what I didn't expect was where in Feralis, way over by Camp Mahache. I never knew about this entrance. I always love finding new stuff in this game. Kept going out and found a quest giver. Yeah, I'll do your quest. I really feel like I'm exploring here. A few more upgrades before I'm ready to go back to Venoxus. I want to make sure I can turn that 8% health wipe into a 0% health success. I'm getting glove enchants for all my boys. This goes perfect with the tier 2 gloves my priest just got. 30 healing on my priest's gloves. 20 fire damage on my mage's gloves. 20 fire damage on my shaman's gloves as well. No nature damage enchant, sadly. 20 shadow damage on my warlock's gloves. And 15 agility on my druid's gloves. Another thing I did was get exalted with ZG on my Warlock and Mage. My Shaman's already exalted, now all 3 of my DPS have the 18 spell damage shoulder enchant. All this should add up to a sizable damage boost. I'm about to head off to ZG, but I'm respecking my Mage back to Fire. Last episode I did some attempts as Fire and Frost, but I think Fire is going to be the way to go. I hope I'm right. Killing my way through the trash like I normally do, I've gotten a lot better at doing this trash since I started. The first few times I was in here, it took me like 6 or 7 wipes to get to the boss. Now that's down to 1 or 2, sometimes none. This last pack in the boss's room is the real problem pack. My Shaman pulled threat on 2 of the snakes, and that was a problem. But I killed enough before the wipe that I was able to easily finish off the pack on my second try. Back at Venoxus. It's almost to the point where I can call him my old nemesis. I'm creating a cast sequence macro for my mage to use on bosses while he's fire spec. It'll weave in Scorch in between the fireball cast to build up the 5 stacks of fire vulnerability and keep them from falling off. 1 Scorch for every 3 fireballs, so he'll Scorch every 10.5 seconds. That way, even with potential resist, the debuff will only drop if I get 2 Scorch resists in a row. I'm really ready to down this guy. I've made some minor improvements to my DPS and a major improvement to my priest with the set bonus. I fully know what to expect in this fight and how to jump over all the hurdles. Now, I just need to execute properly. Okay, that was dicey. Maybe I shouldn't have my Shaman open up with Chain Lightning. Really threw a wrench in my pull there. On the boss? Oh crap, my priest has threat. Went for the AoE heal when I should have just healed my druid. Well played, Venoxus, well played. Round 1 goes to you. Alright, I'm making it so my Shaman won't Chain Lightning at the start of the fight. I need a smooth pull. Round 2. Got to the boss easily, no problems with the snakes. Let's blast this boss down, shall we? Finally reflected a holy fire with the Reflect Zanza. It does work. Turning my Shaman around so he saves mana for phase 2. Turning my Shaman back around. Okay, boss is going to phase 2. Oh no, I forgot to evocate on my mage. Holy hell, the boss just hit me for a 3600 thrash. Ouch. Round 3. I have my method pretty well figured out for this fight. I drop Stone Skin, Grace of Air, and Poison Cleansing Totems at the start. Put Hots on my Druid and bubble him, then pop a Magic Resistance Potion and Bark Skin right before the pull. The Poison Cleansing Totem takes care of the snake poison on my Druid, and the Nature and Fire Protection Potions I pre-pot make sure my priest doesn't have to heal my Druid too much right at the start of the fight. This way he won't pull healing aggro. I also use Frenzied Regen and Challenging Roar towards the start of the fight to make sure the snakes stay on my Druid. Right around the time when I finish the snakes off, I pop my first set of mana potions plus secondaries on my casters. At this point the snakes are all gone and so is the poison. I then drop a Mana Spring Totem on my Shaman. Now comes the calm part of the fight. The damage the boss deals at this stage is manageable. I've started turning my Shaman away to regain mana. I want him as close to full mana as possible for phase 2 so I can burn the boss down quickly. I work the boss down near 50% and make sure to get an evocation in on my mage at some point before then. I also need to get an innervate on my priest before phase 2. I always make sure to do this during one of the boss's holy fire casts, that way my druid doesn't get meleeed out of bear form. I've also started using a stone shield potion on my druid when I innervate. The extra armor comes in handy for phase 2. Okay, shaman's back up to full mana. A few more things I need to do to get ready for phase 2. Drop a poison cleansing totem and turn my shaman back around. Pop damage cooldowns as I enter phase 2. Now I have to dodge poison clouds on my druid and try to stay alive. I try to kill the parasitic serpents with swipe, otherwise they infect one of the boys with a nature damage over time. Second mana pots? Looking back on this fight, I don't think my mage or shaman used their DPS cooldown a second time. That would have helped out a lot. I have plenty of mana still on my priest. The boss enrages, again, at 20% health, like he needs to hit any faster. Bursted down on my druid. I still had good healer mana left, but my DPS were pretty low. 15% boss health. I hearthed out to repair and get more Zanzas, and something weird happened. The peaceful citizens of Gromgraal are under attack by bloodthirsty Alliance scoundrels. It's time to even the odds. The day is saved. The good people of Gromgraal will no longer live under the threat of Alliance aggression. Anyway, I re-upped on Zanzas and got back to the boss. Round 4. Oh no, priest pulled aggro. Taunt resist. That's 10 seconds for another taunt. RIP, one of those times having Mocking Blow would have been nice. Round 5. Already got first mana pots off and I'm going steady on the boss. Turning Shaman around to save mana. Evocation on my mage. Alright, popping cooldowns to go into phase 2. I'm looking pretty good here and I still have my second mana pots to use. Sub 20%, it's getting real. Bursted down again. I got hit for about 3,200 physical, then a 600 poison tick to finish me off. 15% boss health. Round 6. My DPS accidentally targeted the boss for a second and started casting on him. I was able to recover from that, but a little bit later my druid got bursted down. Didn't even make it past the snake phase. Round 7. Okay, got to the boss cleanly this attempt. The Noxus really wanted to kill my warlock, but I didn't let him. He must have got a few crits in a row. Ready to go into phase 2. I panic casted Frenzied Regen here. I was gonna save it till 20%. I guess I'm pretty much there already. Come on, this could be it. Priest is getting low on mana. Man, my shaman and mage are totally Oh, 7%. So close. Warlock still had mana too. That's my new personal best. Another trip to get Zanzas. I'm trying to make every attempt count. Round 8. Got to 50% with everything looking good. I've come so far. Just a few weeks ago, I would immediately fall apart when the boss went snake form. From now on, I'm gonna try to save my frenzied regen for the 20% rage. I think that's the way to go. Looking back on this clip now, it seems that when I popped second mana pots, only my shaman and warlock actually used anything. Not sure if this is some kind of keybind or lag problem or what. I definitely have mana pots on all my boys. I also totally forgot to use the stone shield potion that attempt. %12 boss health. Still a good attempt, just not good enough. Round 9. Second mana pot's right at 50%. Hopefully that's not too early. I'm out of mana on everyone again. Ugh. %8 boss health. Round 10. The final round. I brought 10 attempts worth of consumables with me, so I have to make this one count. Priest pulled healing aggro near the start. And taunt resist again. Twice in one night is really unfortunate. There goes that attempt. I think I might be able to salvage one more though. Round 11. Accidentally hit my follow keybind. I guess we're doing this on the stairs.
Oh no.
My druid died? What? In hindsight, I had 9 stacks of the snake poison on my druid, taking over 1,000 damage every 3 seconds. I must have gone out of range of the poison cleansing totem when I went up to the stairs. My best attempt of the night was 7%, only 1% better than my previous best. I'm pretty disappointed with my performance. I really thought that with the gear and strategy improvements I made since my last set of attempts that I would have this tonight. All the glove enchants, the 3-set tier 2 for my priest, the ZG shoulder enchants for my mage and warlock. I guess it wasn't my night. I took raid logs of these attempts. You can find them linked in the video description below. For some reason, Warcraft log says the 7% attempt was actually 6%. I did another 20-man raid with this new guild I've been raiding with. I got an idol on my mage. Pretty sweet. This is one of the best items I can get out of ZG for him. Bijus are so cheap at this point on my server from all these ZG bots that I figured I'd get my last 2 boys to Exalted, Tanker Boy and Cedar Boy. Now everyone has ZG shoulder enchants. I'm really trying to do everything I can to get that last little bit of damage I need for Venoxus. Joined a full AQ20 pug on my 5 boys. Let's see how this goes. Pretty good actually. This is a fun instance. This group didn't even wipe at all except for one trash mess up. These Anubisath mobs are kinda tricky for me. I just left my boys out so that I didn't have to deal with the spell reflect mechanics. Now for Assyrian. This is going to be strange. A lot of movement in this fight, which is weird for multiboxing. Also a bunch of curses to dispel. We one-shot it though. I got a couple of pieces of loot from this dungeon. Rings for my mage and warlock and the weapon for my shaman. I still don't have the rep to get the items though, so they're not something I can use right now. Later that night, a friend of mine told me about a BWL pug, so I came in on my warlock and got this sweet shadow damage ring. Always fun to raid on one of the boys solo, and getting a nice piece of loot is a good bonus. Staff of the Shadow Flame was my soft reserve, but it didn't drop sadly. Better luck next time. This is the point when I figured out my recordings were a bit blurry and I fixed them up. My guild has been doing fewer Molten Core runs since AQ came out. We decided to do a run today, and it's been a long time since my warrior needed anything from here, so I came in on my team. There's really only a couple of items I would want from here at this point, and I got one of them. The Deep Earth Spalders. I've been wanting these for my shaman for months now. They're so good for elemental spec. I'll be wearing these for a long time. Great upgrade from the green shoulders I've been using for the last 5 months. I was a bit bored one night and wanted to see if I could 5-man trash an AQ 20 on my team. Might be a decent way to get some rep. And the answer is, I kind of can. You know, I thought the gladiators were going to be the hardest part, and they are hard, especially if a swarm guard happens to ambush you, but they can be dealt with. The key for me is to use entangling roots and fight them one at a time. They hit super hard, but I can take them out. Got those 2 dealt with, and I pulled a few swarm guards. These things are actually really easy just by themselves. Then come the wasps and stingers. I was surprised to find out these are actually the hardest trash in here so far. The debuff they put on you makes the stinger charge hit for like 3,000 damage, and they throw out so many poisons that Poison Cleansing Totem can't deal with them all. It was just too much damage to heal through without quickly running out of mana or pulling healer aggro. Or both. At this point, I've died like 7 times in here, so I decided to call it quits. Had to at least try it though. I'm going back into ZG for another face-off with High Priest Venoxus. Took me some time to build up my consumable supplies again, but I'm ready. Another 10 attempts worth of all the things that I'll need. I've done what I can since my last fight with Venoxus. I got the shoulder upgrade for my shaman, ZG shoulder enchants now for my druid and priest, the new ring for my warlock. Hell, I even got the max rank of Renew for my priest from that AQ 20 run. I got through the trash with only 2 wipes, both on that last pack. Man, that pack can be a pain. Let's go. Time for another 10 rounds with the Snake Man. I'm going to try to get off 1 maul on the boss right on the pull this time. That way my priest won't be as likely to pull healing aggro on him. Snakes down. Oops, forgot my first mana pots, just popped them. Oh, I forgot to use my Scorch and Fireball cast sequence on my mage. Turning my shaman around to save mana for the second phase. It's actually pretty chill in this phase right now. I can hang out here a while, and I still have Innervate for my priest. Evocation on my mage. Oh crap, I just interrupted the evocation. That's not good. I'm gonna need that mana going into the second phase. I'm actually just gonna chill here for a bit and let my DPS regen some mana. I'm still pretty safe and I still have Innervate to use on my priest. Don't want the Scorch stacks to drop though. Okay, Innervate on my priest and Stone Shield Potion on my druid. Let's start the DPS back up. I need to get him to 50% now. DPS cooldowns popped, time to phase him. There's a Venom Spit. I'm going to inner focus Prayer of Healing to make sure no one dies to the next Venom Spit or poison. I do still have a poison cleansing totem down though. I missed killing that parasite and stayed in the poison too long. I ended up panic casting Frenzied Regen. Second mana pots. I'm going into 20% and my team's mana's looking really good. %. Come on. Oh, baby, first attempt. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Hell yeah. I did it. A raid boss 5-man kill. I actually did it. It's been my goal since killing Dracosath to 5-mana raid boss. Only took me 4 months. Thank you everyone watching for being a part of this journey. It's been my pleasure to tell the story, and I hope you've enjoyed it. You know, this might be the first time I've ever had raid boss loot entirely to myself. Let's see what I got. I actually forgot to start logging this fight. Didn't expect to get him on my first attempt of the night. DPS went about how it should have gone. My shaman got about 9% more crits than he normally should have. Lucky me. But my warlock was down about 6% crit than usual. I think it evened itself out. For those of you wondering, in the video description I have links for the gear and talents my boys used for this challenge. I finally got all the pieces in place to make it happen. So 5 of those Venox's kills are with normal raid groups. I don't think I've ever wiped on this boss in a normal 20-man raid. That's 48 wipes for me to get my first 5-man raid boss kill. And thank you everyone who's been giving me tips and words of encouragement on my videos. It always means a lot to me to read those comments and see that people out there are enjoying the series. You know, I think I'm getting into a pattern. Every time I accomplish a goal, I get another goal or two in mind to start working on. I'll tell you all about it in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to watch me in real time, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and I have a link below for my Discord server. Until next time, happy gaming.